Hey everyone, RedyTAY here again with another attempt at a solo Pokemon challenge. Playing LeafGreen with only Tentacool was a brutally slow start, but a more fun challenge as we progress thanks to our typing. Well, this challenge looks like it will have an even worse start with a more boring type combination. In this video we are addressing the question, can you beat Pokemon Blue with a single Farfetch'd? Typical RedyTAY fashion here with this challenge. Again, I've never used a Farfetch'd. I mean, I would usually catch a Pidgey early on in these games, so why would I get another one holding a leak? Okay, I know they're not the same, but they are both normal flying type, and there isn't much else to say here. You don't resist much with this typing combination. Mainly just grass and bug with a nice immunity to ground and ghost. Just like our last round with Tentacool, we are only weak to 3 things: rock, electric, and ice. There's just not a lot of stuff we are strong against. It's a bland combination. And with that comes a very boring moveset. We start with only learning 1 flying move in game. Outside of that, we only get 2 attacking normal moves. We can get a little more firepower from the TM list, but as you probably noticed, we basically have no branching out into the other types with this list. Look, I'm finally doing a challenge where we can't learn an ice move. So you might be thinking, well, all this is rather lackluster, so maybe the stats make up for it? Haha, no. We are hovering around first form starter levels here, and we can't/won't evolve here, so expect numbers like this throughout the whole game. Basic rules first. I can only use Farfetch'd throughout the whole game and can't evolve it. HM Pokemon can be used so that I can still get around. No cheats or hacks can be used to advance, and I'm going to follow the trend where no items can be used in battle. I'm not looking forward to this run in some ways. This can easily be my hardest run, which I'm dreading, but in the same way I'm excited for a challenge. We're just going to have so many roadblocks in this run. I seriously think we need to be at level 100 to beat the Elite Four in this, and I think level 20 at a minimum to beat Brock. Let's get started. Okay, we start this run just like all Gen 1 games. Leave home and get stopped by Professor Oak before leaving town. At his lab I get Farfetch'd, and thanks to the Universal Pokemon Randomizer, our rival gets Squirtle. Yeah, there really wasn't a great obvious option for our rival starter here. I picked Squirtle because it's going to be harder for us to get past its defense throughout the game, and if I remember right, it will have Blizzard in the final battle after the Elite Four. Stat-wise, there isn't really much to talk about here. We are starting with Peck and Sand Attack 2, so nothing too special move-wise either. But hey, Peck is better than a Poison Sting or Bide, so I will take it. I nicknamed Farfetch'd Davison. We will see how many people get that reference. The first battle against our rival is pretty boring, all thanks to him. Peck is hitting harder than Tackle, but that's besides the point when you only use that move once and decide to spam Tail Lips for the remainder of the battle. That critical Peck was nice, but did we really even need it? I'm not even sure our rival wanted to win that fight. That's okay, very soon he will have the chance to redeem himself in the upcoming optional rival fight. We start that battle against Pidgey, and our Peck is hitting much harder than Gust. I am hoping Sand Attack doesn't affect our accuracy too much. Pidgey soon goes down and next to Squirtle, which goes down to half health from a critical hit Peck. It responds with a bubble. We soon take Squirtle down to quarter health from another Peck and get hit by a Tackle. Our next Peck misses though, so we don't get the win that easily. But don't worry, because our next one hits and is another critical hit. Well, that was a little closer of a fight. Also, this battle highlights something that really surprised me as I was grinding Davison to level 10. This guy is a crit machine. I don't think I have seen so many critical hits this early on in the game from one Pokemon. I feel like I've already seen 15, maybe 20 from this guy, and he's easily going to outpace Snorlax before we get through Viridian Forest at this rate. Speaking of Viridian Forest, it was a really easy pass through since all the bug trainers don't really stand a chance with Peck. We soon get to Pewter City, but I am not going to even entertain the idea of facing Brock at the Rock Gym. Critical hits or not, we just don't stand a chance against Geodude and Onix because of their defense. It might make this part of the run boring, but I'm going to grind to level 20 and see how we do against Brock. Well, maybe I did overgrind because this actually only took 1 attempt. We start the battle with immediately hitting Geodude with 6 Sand Attacks, and they are really doing their job considering Geodude is missing several tackles. And there I try to balance or negate its defense curls by using Leer. Our Peck is hitting a little harder than I was expecting, and a critical hit at the start was very much appreciated. We do get hit by Tackle a few times before taking Geodude down, so I feel like we are in a decent spot when Onix comes out. Our game plan for Geodude carries over well for Onix. 6 sand attacks right at the start, and then spam Leer because you know the buds are coming soon. Onix tries to lower our defense with Screech to no avail, and we correctly timed its bites so that we don't get hit by any of them. We do get hit with Tackle, so we are taking some damage, but our HP is holding up better than I thought, and thanks to Onix not having a move like Defense Curl, our Leers really have weakened Onix's defense. Eventually Onix goes down from another peck, and we get the Boulder Badge on our first try. What a great start to the game. Let's keep this momentum going through Mount Moon. Mount Moon is going smoothly for the most part. I do go through with getting to every trainer so we can battle them and get the experience. I know our level lead is still kinda high, but we'll be needing levels in the future, and I might as well face these trainers now instead of going back to face them or grinding. Dome Fossil. When we get to Cerulean, I head straight to the water gym to see how we look against Misty. We start the battle by taking out 2/3 of Staryu's health with Peck. Misty decides to use her turn by giving Staryu an X defend, so we just take it out with another Peck. Starmie starts off swinging right out the gate with Bubble Beam, while we decide to build up our attack stat with Sword Dance. Maybe I should have set these up when Staryu was out. Starmie switches to Water Gun while we switch to Sand Attack. Misty then uses an X defend and we stick with another Sand Attack. We get hit with another Bubble Beam and now only have 16 health remaining. Despite that, we use another Sand Attack, and from there we go on the offensive by taking out about 1/3 of Starmie's health with Peck, while it misses a Tackle. Another Peck takes out another 1/3 of its health. Starmie then misses Bubble Beam, which gives us a chance to deal the finishing Peck to give us our second gym badge. That was cutting it a little close there at the end. Anywho, we get another gym badge, so let's see how we do against our rival. Well, we are starting off real hot here with a critical Fury attack, taking out Pidgeotto, and a regular Fury attack, taking out Abra. We then one-shot Rattata and Squirtle with a Peck each. Well, that was a nice no damage sweep. Let's go get that ticket for the SSN from Bill. We're soon on the SSN, and we are sticking with seeking out every trainer on the ship so we can get more experience. I'm still worried about our HP and the fact that we're about to face Lieutenant Surge and his electric Pokemon. We're probably going to take some super effective hits considering this part of the game. We need to make sure that we're able to take multiple hits if we want to come out on top. I also make sure that we get TM08, Body Slam, while we're here as well. I plan to replace one of Davidson's moves with this for sure. It's likely to be one of the hardest hitting moves in this run, and the added bonus of Paralysis is always nice. Also, can you imagine a Pokemon the size of Farfetch'd using a move like Body Slam? I am surprised they can even learn it in the first place. We soon get to face our rival at level 34. Pidgeotto hits us with a quick attack, and we take it out with 2 packs. Raticate also hits us with a quick attack, but goes down to a single pack. Kadabra goes down to 1 peck without the option to attack, and last out is Wartortle. We get hit with a Tackle, but also take it out with another pair of packs. When it comes to the Electric Gym, we get a good indicator on how we stand by facing our first trainer. We were feeling comfortable when we saw how much damage Peck was doing to Pikachu, and Thundershock wasn't hitting too hard, but after being paralyzed by a Thunder Wave, we get some horrible paralysis luck, and the Thundershocks are really adding up. We almost lost there. The other trainers at the gym are bad though, and the Trash Can Challenge isn't too bad this time around. So we teach Davison Body Slam, place in Sand Attack, and jump into facing Lieutenant Surge. Okay, I was apparently overreacting when I was worrying about facing Surge. We one-shot each of his Pokemon with Body Slam and reached level 36. I knew it was going to hit hard, but I wasn't expecting that hard. Anyway, we should probably get going through Rock Tunnel. There's not much to see when it comes to Rock Tunnel. One, because I still didn't feel like getting flashed, so we really can't see in here, but also, none of the battles here are threatening. I mean, I did get a slightly elevated heart rate when we survived the self-destruct, but for the most part, the rock types were manageable. We also reached level 39 while in here, and learned Slash, by replacing it with Fury Attack. That is the last level up move we can learn in this game, and that is a really short move list. We soon get to Lavender Town and meet up with our rival. Yeah, this still isn't a battle. We one-shot all of his Pokemon except Execute with Slash. Execute goes down to a single pack. Well, time to head to Celadon and face Erica. The matchup is probably going to be the easiest gym badge we get in this run. Grass types are weak to flying types, as most of you already know, and since we are a speedy crit machine, I feel like a no damage sweep is extremely likely. I mean, the actual matchup went basically how expected. Couple of takeaways being, we are over 20 levels higher than Erica's Pokemon, and a super effective Peck can't one-shot Victreebel and Tangela. It probably wouldn't have one-shot Vileplume either if it wasn't for it being a critical hit.
Regardless, it is safe to say that Peck has officially reached its limit in being an essential move, if you even want to call it an effective move to begin with.
If only there was a better flying move in this city.
The other important point is the blatant cheating where the AI makes their move choice after we make our own move, and not at the start of the turn like we do.
I mean, Erica immediately responds with a Super Potion the same turn we land our attacks. That wouldn't happen in a regular human-to-human gameplay. Anyway, yeah, 2 Pecks for Victreebel, 2 Pecks for Tangela, and 1 critical Peck for Vileplume. Well, we still have some things we have to do before leaving Celadon, so I go get the HM for Fly, which I plan to teach Davison soon. I used to use this move all the time when I was younger because I loved the gimmick of causing my opponent to miss a move and then me getting the chance to hit the following turn. Now I feel like this move kind of slows battles down, but it is a much more hard-hitting move than Peck, and flying type moves still have their advantages, so I want Davison to have a stab flying move. We also get a beverage for the guards at the gates to Saffron, and then take on Team Rocket at the game corner. We get through the grunts and the mazes soon enough and face Giovanni. Out first for him is Onyx. It takes 2 body slams to take it out, but Giovanni uses a guard spec in the middle of that, so we don't take any damage here. When Rhyhorn comes out, I know it doesn't really have any moves that could hit me hard, so Davison does a couple of sword dances, while we take a little damage from a couple of horn attacks. Outlasted Kangaskhan, but all we needed was a critical hit body slam for the win. Now we have the Silph Scope, so let's go back to Lavender Town. Battling the ghost here is not bad. We still have Peck, and I'm glad that we do because it comes with a lot of power points. That and the Ghastly and Haunters here are weak defensively, so we're really just one-shotting them. And I am one of those people that understands the game mechanics when it comes to battling ghost types in these games, but I still think it's weird that a move like Peck will actually damage a ghost solely on the fact that it is a flying type move, but Tackle, with a very similar physical mechanic, can't hit a ghost because it is a normal type move. Anyway, off to Fuchsia and to take on Koga. I know, it's surprising that I'm skipping Sabrina at the moment. By the time we get through the bike path, we reach level 50. All things considered, our stats aren't really looking bad.
It's crazy to think that speed is Davison's worst stat, but our base speed is responsible for all these crits. And I know. I said I was going to switch out Peck for Fly.
I just keep noticing that it is strong enough to take out these fighting types we come across. And I'm also kind of limiting how many battles we come across now. We have a sizable level lead, and I don't want to get too far along level-wise because it could make the challenge boring. Anyway, let's battle Koga, and out first for Koga is his first Coughing. A critical hit slash took it out. Muck is now out, and also gets hit with a critical hit slash, but this time it is strong enough to hang on, misses a poison gas, and goes down to single pack. Out next for Koga is his second Coughing. We miss our slash, and then get poisoned by Smog. Our next slash does hit though, and Coughing goes down. Outlast is wheezing, and we switch over to Body Slam, hoping for some paralysis luck. The status change doesn't happen, but we still deal some considerable damage with it. Koga then decides to use self-destruct, taking itself out, and we are still healthy enough to hang on, giving us our 5th gym badge. You know, I see people trash Blaine for his terrible AI, but Koga does make some real questionable moves when you think about it. Anyway, off to get the Surf and Strength HM and head back to Saffron. Once there, we head to Silphco and face our rival. So, sticking with our plan, I skip the majority of the rocket grunts and scientists at Silphco, and head straight to facing our rival. First out is his Pidgeot. We move first by dealing major damage with Body Slam, while Pidgeot's wing attack does hardly anything. A critical slash finished it. Body Slam one-shots Growlithe, Execute, and Alakazam, and Davison gets to level 53. Blastoise is still standing with about a quarter of its health from Body Slam. It deals a little more damage to us with Water Gun, another slash, and the battle with our rival is finished. Okay, that was a little anticlimactic. Hopefully Giovanni puts up a little bit more of a fight. Body Slam one-shots Nidorino right out of the gate, and the critical hit slash does the same to Kangaskhan. I tried to see how well Slash would do without any of the attack buffs, but it only takes out half of Rhyhorn's health, and that was a critical hit. We take some damage from a Horn attack and try another Slash. It is another critical hit, but Rhyhorn is still hanging on by a sliver. A third critical slash is done to finish Rhyhorn, but obviously it wasn't needed for that win. Last out is Nidoqueen, which we take out 2/3 of her health with a Body Slam. She responds with a Poison Sting, and one more critical slash from Davison ends the battle with Giovanni. Well, that was a little lackluster too. Oh well, onwards to Sabrina. Kadabra, Mr. Mime, Venomoth all go down to single body slam. Alakazam is last out, faster than us, and takes about 50 of our HP off with Psybeam. We respond with a body slam, ending the battle. Okay, Saffron just isn't a competitive place in this run. Not like I'm expecting much from Blaine though either. We soon get to Cinnabar Island and get the key from the Pokemon Mansion. Also yes, I got all the riddles right this time getting to Blaine. Battling Blaine was rather straightforward. Growlithe and Ponyta both go down to body slam. When Rapidash comes out, we stick with body slam, but it wasn't enough to one-shot it. But it does paralyze it though. Blaine immediately heals Rapidash with a Super Potion, and we take it out with a critical slash. Last out is Arcanine, which also survives a body slam, gets healed by Super Potion, just to get paralyzed from another body slam. This is the only time Blaine gets to have a Pokemon attack, and he chooses Roar. Classic Blaine AI. We use another slash to finish this battle. Okay, all that is left badge-wise is Giovanni, so let's give this a quick go. Out first for the battle is Rhyhorn, and we know how this is going to go attack-wise, so we go straight to using Sword Dance. We luckily dodge a Horn Drill and use another Sword Dance. We take some damage from a Fury attack, and then do another Sword Dance. We apparently maxed out our attack stat already, so we waste a turn there. But we do get our defense lowered by a Tail Whip. Time to start attacking, and a single one-shot body slam is a great way to start. The critical hit slash gets rid of Dugtrio, and we land another critical slash on Nidoqueen, but she is still standing after. She responds with a scratch though, so I'm not worried. Another critical slash, and we are ready for Nidoking. But a single non-critical slash is enough to cause it to faint. Last out for Giovanni is Rhydon, and we deal a good chunk of damage with body slam. But one stop from it is enough to take Davison out. Okay, maybe I should have healed before this battle. Also, for those of you who are paying attention, that was the first time Davison fainted this whole run. Really impressive when you think about it. Okay, second try, fully healed. Back at it with Rhyhorn, and we are back to starting with Sword Dance. While we're using that move, Rhyhorn is using Tail Whip and Stomp to deal some damage. Our Body Slam is still a critical hit, but it still only deals about half a health amount of damage. We get hit with a Fury attack, and then take out Rhyhorn with another Body Slam. With the trio now out, I want to stack up some more Sword Dances, but we do lose some accuracy during this time because of Sand Attack. Because of that, we miss our first slash, but we soon take it out in the next turn. Body Slam hits hard enough to one-shot Nidoqueen and Nidoking, and last out is Rhydon. Body Slam actually hits harder than I was expecting, so that's a move in the right direction. And we handled Stomp better in this battle, so that's even better. We deal another slash and win this last gym battle. Okay, that's more like it. Let's quickly heal up and face our rival again on the way to Victory Road. Pidgeot again starts this battle with a weak quick attack. Our Body Slam hits hard, but not enough for one shot. But like you've heard a lot in this run, a critical slash faints Pidgeot. Also, we reach level 57. Rhyhorn is out again, we use Sword Dance. Man, I should have stacked these earlier against Pidgeot. We use Sword Dance 3 times while we dodge a Horn Drill and take some damage from 2 stomps. Our Body Slam is a critical hit, and it is hitting a little stronger than it did against Giovanni's Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn misses another Horn Drill and goes down to a critical slash. The same can be said about Growlithe, and Body Slam easily takes out Execute, Alakazam, and surprisingly, Blastoise. Okay, that was a little better of an attempt there, rival. While we're going through Victory Road, let's talk about strategy. Well, just like every Gen 1 centered run, Lorelei is going to be a concern. Ice moves are super effective against Davison since he is a flying type. They are rather tanky as well. Basically, when it comes to battling her and the rest of the Elite Four, we don't have many opportunities to use super effective moves against these Pokemon. The reason I was trying to keep such a massive level lead for most of this run was because I knew I would need it for this battle in particular. I don't want to grind a lot for Lorelei again. I am hoping our critical hit luck can continue to carry us through. For Bruno, I'm only worried about the Onixes. Agatha is just going to be annoying because we only have one move we can use against the majority of our team, and Lance is just Lance. Let's jump in and give this a go. Okay, that didn't last long. We go down to half health from Lorelei's Dugong using her Aurora Beam. Take it out. Only to be taken out by a couple more Aurora Beams from Cloyster. I'm not even going to reattempt this. We are going to grind real quick. Let's aim at level 65 and go from there. Okay, that took a little longer than I was expecting. We went back and battled some trainers we skipped on earlier routes, but here we are at level 65. Looking here, there isn't really much to report. The stats took a nice enough jump, everything is pretty average and close to each other, nothing stat-wise is extremely high or crazy. Let's just see how these numbers stack up. We start the battle by hitting Dewgong with a pretty strong body slam, but we also lose about half our health from Aurora Beam. Touché. Another body slam takes out Dewgong, but we are going to have to be careful from here on out. Especially with Cloyster, which has the highest defense stat in the game, now coming out. Our body slam doesn't do as much as it did against Dewgong, but in the same way Cloyster's Aurora Beam also didn't hit as hard. I mean, we are sitting with 35 health, so we aren't really in a bragging spot right now, but hey, we survived. I've never been more thankful for a critical slash in this game than I am now. I tried to see if we can do any buffing with Swords Dance when Slowbro comes out. I get one out, but then we get taken to 18 health from Water Gun, so I decide not to risk it beyond that point. Body Slam is now hitting pretty hard against Slowbro, but it is still standing. Luckily, Lorelei heals Slowbro with a Super Potion, so it is not in full health and within range for another Body Slam to take it out. Body Slam is enough to take out Jinx with a one-shot however, so we are getting lucky there. Last out is Lapras, and you think we have what it takes to come out on top. We are obviously faster than it, and move first with a Body Slam. It does hit harder than I was expecting given Lapras' defense, and the added paralysis is very much appreciated. Lorelei is back to using Super Potions, but this time it hardly heals Lapras, giving us the opportunity to take it out and progress to Bruno. Wow, we won, but I was thinking multiple times that we were going to be a goner. We almost didn't even make it. Let's move on to see how we feel against Bruno. Like I said, I am worried about the Onyxes. I'm hoping I get some opportunities to use Sword Dance, so our attack power is high enough to finish them off quickly. Bruno of course starts with Onyx, so we need to try our luck to see how many Sword Dances we can get in. We get to using that move, but Onyx is also using Harden, so it's kinda negating the process. Well, I'm not sure. The text that comes after us using Sword Dance makes it sound like our attack might be buffed more than one stage, but I'm not sure if that's really true. Anyway, we dodge a slam and respond with a body slam that actually connects. Onyx is now paralyzed, even worse, it's wasting its turns from this point forward by using Rage. It takes 2 slashes to knock Onyx out. A single fly takes out Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. Bruno's second Onyx hits Davison pretty hard with a Rock Throw. Luckily, we were able to use a third Swords Dance, so our fallen Body Slam almost takes out Onyx. An unnecessary critical hit slash knocks it out. Last out was Machamp, but it shouldn't come as a surprise that Fly is all that is done for the final knockout. Okay, still a little scary, but we did better against Bruno than we did Lorelei. Not really that shocking when you think about it. Okay, now we have to face Agatha. Again, she might be the second big concern in this portion of the game. I just have to make sure we don't get stalled or trapped from our ghost types. I can really only use Fly against them, so there really isn't much strategy here. Out first for Agatha is Gengar, so here we go spamming Fly. Well, Agatha soon withdraws Gengar and switches out to Golbat. Fly hits, but Golbat still has about a third of its health remaining. We are quick enough to land a Body Slam to take it out. Gengar is now back out, and we set up another Fly, just have Agatha withdraw Gengar. Again. This is getting really annoying, AI Agatha. Connor's now out and our Fly misses, putting us in the perfect spot to get hit by Nightshade. 55 damage is still quite a sizable chunk of health to lose. We set up another Fly, but we missed the dive again, leading to us getting confused by a Confuse Ray. But don't worry, because we snap out of confusion mid-flight, and we finally one-shot Haunter with Fly. For a third time, Gengar's out, but this time it gets hit by Fly. It is still up with some health remaining, and hits us with a Confuse Ray. We then get hit with another Nightshade, putting us in a somewhat bad spot. We attempt to fly, snap out of confusion, allowing us to deal a blow to finally finish Gengar. A critical slash one-shots Arbok, getting us to level 67. This annoying battle can end if we can just knock out this last Gengar. It starts as part of the battle with a Dream Eater. Yes, we are wide awake. Our Fly knocks out a lot of its health, and when we land, we are unfazed by another Dream Eater. Let's just end this battle with another Fly and move on. There we go. Again, that was a close one. We had a nice little bit of HP hanging on there to survive another Nightshade, but still. We're still kind of squeaking by with these wins. Last up is Lance, and I don't really have a strategy in mind here. Just hit him hard and hope for some good critical hit luck. Starting the battle by taking out a little over half of Gyarados' health and paralyzing it is a good start. That and it missing a Hyper Beam is even better. Another critical hit slash and we're on to Dragonair. Body Slam also does a lot of damage and paralyzes here. Dragonair doesn't get the opportunity to attack due to paralysis, so we knock it out with Slash. The second Dragonair is now out and takes a major hit from our Body Slam but doesn't get paralyzed. It wastes a turn by using Agility and then gets healed by Hyper Potion. The heal up doesn't matter though because a critical hit slash causes a one shot. Our luck continues with Aerodactyl now out by us dodging Supersonic. Body Slam doesn't do as much damage as I was hoping, but then again Hyper Beam didn't hit as hard as I was dreading, so I think we are still okay. 2 critical slashes then lead to Aerodactyl fainting. Dragonite is the last one out for Lance, and I was hoping to paralyze it with Body Slam, but we are out of power points for that move. Slash is still hitting hard though. Dragonite then sets up a barrier, but critical hits bypass stat changes, and look what we land for the final blow. Another first try win. Again, scary in some places, but we come out on top. Now don't get me wrong, there was a lot of luck involved in missing Hyper Beam and Supersonic for one. But look, we did it without a nice move. Let's see how our rival is as the Pokemon champion. Pidgeot is still surviving our Body Slam, and this time it uses Mirror Move, so we also get hit by a Body Slam. Good thing we didn't get paralyzed there. Alakazam is faster and sets up a barrier, but like I said earlier, critical hits bypass stat changes, so a critical hit slash knocks it out regardless. Rhydon is next, and again I'm kicking myself because we should have been setting up Sword Dances earlier. We get 3 in though, unfortunately avoid being affected by 2 Tail Whips and a Horn Drill. I feel like our defense should have been lowered by those Tail Whips, but for some reason it didn't, and I'm not going to question it any further. We leave Rhyhorn with a third of its health and it being paralyzed thanks to Body Slam. A critical slash isn't enough for the knockout. We then get hit with a weak Fury attack and use another slash, causing Rhydon to faint. I'm so glad to be done with the whole Rhyhorn line in this game. Body Slam then takes down Arcanine and Executor. Blastoise is the last out and withstands a critical Body Slam. It responds with a Blizzard, and this was the main reason I picked Squirtle for our rival. I winced to see if we can even survive that hit, and surprisingly, we do, with 31 health remaining. Phew, we survived. One more slash and we take down Blastoise and win the last battle against our rival. Wow, I really thought that Blizzard was going to take us out. Maybe the badge boost glitch helped us out there? Regardless, here we are at the end of the game as the Pokemon champion. If you have seen my challenges before, we are going to get to Mewtwo and see if we can take it out. I'm not expecting an easy victory here, but if we are lucky we can paralyze it and get some sword attacks in to hopefully take it out quick. Or maybe we can just pull it off with a crit. Mewtwo starts the battle with Recover, don't ask me why. Our Body Slam takes out about a third of its health, and then we both boost up stats with Barrier and Sword Stance. I keep thinking that any second Mewtwo is going to hit hard with Psychic, so I switched to having Davison use Fly to dodge. But it doesn't, and instead keeps using Barrier. Our Fly does land, but it obviously doesn't do much damage. Davison plays it safe with doing another Swords Dance, and then switches to Body Slam. We are taking some damage from Swift now, and it's weird that there's no Psychic being used. We soon knock out Mewtwo with Body Slam. No crit, but Mewtwo played the battle real conservatively. Setting up a bunch of barriers and then just dealing with Swifts, no sidekick, it's real weird. Anyway, we did it. We beat the game with Farfetch'd, and I'm really surprised how this game went. Going into this run, I was absolutely dreading it. I thought this was going to be my hardest challenge because I felt like Farfetch'd was real fragile and it wouldn't hit hard with a one-dimensional moveset. But really, the crits Davison landed in this run was astronomical. I really wish I had the grand total, but that would have been too much work keeping track. Basically, the run was me playing it real safe with Brock by over-leveling, and then having a major level lead for the rest of the badge run, then limiting battles where Elite 4 actually became a challenge. Seriously, this run went so much smoother than I was expecting. I usually put the opponents or Pokemon that give us trouble on the thumbnail for this video, and I'm going to have to give this some more thought on who makes a thumbnail for this one. Also, this script is the shortest one I have written for these videos, so I can't wait to see how short this video is going to be. Which is great, because in all honesty, I don't need to make almost 1 hour long video challenges. Part of me working and perfecting my content deals with me making shorter, more compact, yet entertaining videos. Maybe this is a step in the right direction. I guess we'll have to see with my next challenge, which is trying to beat Pokemon Ruby with a single Kecleon. I have no idea how this is going to go considering its ability. Stay tuned to find out. As always, please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment, good or bad, about what you might think of it. I'm open to suggestions on how I can make these videos better, and for future Pokemon challenges. Also, please subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and until next time, Geronimo.